we go.
Well, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, with a random ass match on SMDM. I am awake and my mouth is dry as shit. I don't know what squad I'm supposed to join. We're gonna join George squads with Tunny. Oh my god. I am joined by Caparzo and somewhat of Night Falcon. I have no idea if Night Falcon's gonna join us, but we're gonna run to this bush and hop into admin.
I'm still here.
And we are going to fly. It is Legion versus 79.
Great line.
Oh my god, dude, my mouth is dry as shit. Holy
Take
shit.
a sip of water.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still here. So we are all good. I'm gonna be casting it from the Allied side.
And
which
I
my
am the Axis,
stream
even
is
though
up
we
as
can
well.
see both of each other's sides now due to an update. I don't even know how many times ago, but there are planes flying towards me currently as we can zoom in and see. But yes, we are I don't know what I'm talking about. I am very not sober, but planes are flying towards us as we currently speak, as we can see on screen. But I am joined by the one and only Caparzo, who's finally done with his testing of his new career, which I don't know what he's doing nowadays. Maybe he's a broker for the Chinese, who knows.
Congratulations.
So what is
Yeah,
your...
I'm an
agent.
offshore Chinese banker now. So
All right, so offshore
thank
Chinese
you.
banker as an
Definitely.
Italian and living in New York City. That is completely opposite of what I thought of. But yes, we are playing on SMDM AA network with an absolute lineup. What the fuck is happening in the
Oh
Legion
my
HQ?
goodness. Let's zoom in on that, Awake.
I am
there's
zooming in
definitely
on
some
it.
good prop
There's-
chat. No. Fly over there and let's hear what they got to say, because you know that they got stuff to say over there.
Oh, what the oh my god.
Look, we have a convoy coming out this time.
And then meanwhile on the 79th side, they're doing a typical normal like opener with like multiple trucks. What is going on? But yes, after the stream we will get into the predictions for Rum's in the chat. This is 100% completely live, by the way. I'm gonna have zero delay on this. So if you're stream sniping, you're a
Me as
weirdo,
well.
first of all. I don't care what you guys say, you're a weirdo. And yeah. We're gonna get predictions after this and then some other stuff in between then and there, but you know, we're just doing this as good fun.
What's the map look like?
There you go,
Oh my
Caparzo. You can see
God.
mine as well now.
North and south. For some reason, they're dropping supplies in the red zone for Legion. I don't. What is this supply drop layout? What is this? What is this? What is this? All right, so we have a double Puma, double Lux, a P4, and 3 supply trucks going straight up and down, not moving on the opener. As the wall drops.
They're going for the recap strategy, I believe.
Are they? Are they?
All of the snipes missing.
Are they purposely? Yeah, I mean, I don't expect that. Are they going for like a 4-1 and just let the Pumas
There we
and
go.
tanks like just do stuff?
79 very, very good on their execution here on the opener, I must say.
I love how 79
Start to
built an
span
AT
out.
gun on the far right side of the map for it to be absolutely, basically borderline useless for the opener as Legion.
They did come out like a classic, very solid opener. So credit to them for
Actually
practicing
prepping,
that. I mean,
and then Legion just doing meme shit as they just drive on the main roads.
the tank is really slowing down those transport trucks. They have to go in the line. It would
Well,
seem.
Caparzo, this is
Very
the new
disappointing.
strat since you've been gone for 2 months. This is what Legion's been doing after their one and only game since you've been gone. They've been doing just...
Technically, I played in a Legion game like 2 games ago, chronologically. So that's insane.
I believe maybe they're breaking out the flying V formation.
Oh, not
made
that.
famous by by
well,
the Mighty
just looking at
Ducks.
the map,
and,
I literally don't know what the fuck is going on.
You know when those
Imagine
flying
what must
V
be running-
formation, Go ahead, Rant.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I was going to say, your 79th must be really wondering what's going on, as they haven't even seen a body yet.
As Fox hits the tracks of a Puma and will run him over.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
So far, we've got more friendly kills than enemy kills.
and Caparzo, I do not know if you know, but the tanks did get a buff like 2.5 updates ago at this point, because there's been like 20 hot fixes, as 2 Luxes are completely suppressing Iron Pulse, who does land one rocket into a Lux.
And the
believe
18s get 3 rockets now, right?
Yes, ATs get 3
do.
rockets, but it
That's
does take
stupid.
3 rockets to kill a medium now.
So?
Dude, I don't know. You asked T17 about these changes. I'm just some guy that's in the sky at the moment.
Can the American bazooka pen in the side?
Sure.
And the front on a medium
and
now.
the front.
Yeah.
And the front. So
It's the same now.
as Falks finally does get his rocket kill onto at least one of the 5 tanks that Legion did bring out, as 79th will bring a 3-man recon themselves into Hamlet.
Kindness was able to hit the main truck that Legion was using going up into point.
We do have the medium fight between
Force
the
a lot of guys
P4
to come
and
around.
the Sherman. Both of them are indeed one-shot. Kindness, the closest AT for either team. And that does hop out. There's, for some reason, a Puma that
Gotta
did
watch
stand in front of the medium.
Big L coming up with a satchel here. Will he be able to get AMAC?
Yeah. Oh, my
shotgun in the
goodness.
face.
I don't know. I do not know if Big L did put on a satchel. He is attempting to.
No,
He's still got it.
Hands now.
Just a 2-man crew. No one
Oh,
in
and
the seat, and a
Yeah.
satchel, I think, will be placed onto that medium.
Oh, what a bad time to get out of there.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. That's it's a dead P4 there.
Oh, and actually,
now it's-
the
That's
Greyhound from behind.
The Stewart gets the kill. Or is it the Greyhound? Oh, it
Yes,
is
Greyhound from behind will get the kill.
How rude.
No idea what kind of
Unicorn.
gameplay this is, Eagles. I completely don't know. I should actually somehow try to get the stream on chat, as Cosmetic will get the
Cosmetic.
kill onto the Greyhound.
That's a big kill, Cosmetic.
If we do look at this very terrible map from Legion, pretty dog shit, to be completely honest. Only 4 gears that's on the board, and 79 with 4, so actually not 2, actually 5, never mind. I am very, very slow in the head, but you know, this is a Division 1 team versus, I don't even know what Division 79th is, 6, 7. I don't know.
Oh, wait, you said it.
Dude, I don't know. I've been chilling and booling, but there is a cap onto mid, as somehow this Lux is still alive, possibly running over some people, but will avoid
die
that
for Gary's.
fire. I'm also gonna cut you guys off multiple times in this. It's a Friday for me, to be completely honest, but
Well, it's a Friday
I won't-
for me
I won't
too,
be offended.
So I'm happy to hear that we're on the same page.
well, Caparzo is back, so he's gonna just deal with it. As AMAC, the crewman, running around with the pistol in the middle of a network, just not caring as he does die to Kyle.
That's a man looking to die right there.
Yes.
That's a lot of rockets going in on that medium for the Allies.
But
Medium went
Legion,
down.
honestly, as a whole, just prioritizing hard cap over, map control, which, sector control is what you need to actually cap and,
They
secure
have,
the point.
It looks like they have 2 squads in that would be the east, and then 1 squad in the west, it looks like, and they're content just to let it be at that.
Yeah, kind of creating like a small cone around,
Right.
the northern side of Hamlet into the hard cap, and that is seemingly going to work out for them. As
When you have like sort of a mismatch in just like raw killing power sometimes, like as you're gonna have in any Division 1 versus 2, 3, 4, I mean the divisions are the way they are for a reason, but that's what you can kind of do, is force the other team to pick their battles battles. If they don't want to fight you in the West, then you got to fight them in the hard cap.
Yeah, we will get into division
79.
placements as it has become a controversy during the season. I'm sorry I had to put that out there because people are not happy with the division placement, but it is what it is. But, you know,
For this season?
yes. I mean, you know, teams,
But the
There's a
season's
few
been going
people out
on
there
for
that,
quite some-
that
teams
dislike it.
have died, Caparzo. Let's be completely honest. First died, WRTB died, 11th died. Who else has died? DBT.
3/5 died.
3/5
That-
completely
that-
died
was that-
after
that was
week
Summit,
one.
wasn't
So, you know, it is what it is
Yeah.
at this point. But Dig Bicken as auto rifleman on top of the enemy medium.
Presenting a live ping for his team.
Yeah, exactly, Night Falcon. That's what I was gonna say. He's shoot me, shoot me.
You know, honestly, the divs are what they are this like for the season. Honestly, most of them have been pretty competitive. I mean, obviously there have been discrepancies here and there, but you're honestly going to get that with all divisions as
Grunt.
Grunt does get the medium kill, as you said, Caparzo. I need to stop talking. I should shut up. You guys talk.
He's got the magic talking he's flowing this evening.
Hello, Adam.
Yeah, there we go. I saw that too.
I love you, Adam. But next point is Cattle Shed's honestly the worst point to attack or defend in the entire game, in my personal opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hate Cattle Sheds as allies.
I like it to attack on just because it gives you a lot of different ways that you can go about it, and they're not all good, so it just kind of forces you to be a little creative. But the fight for gardens is always going to be important regardless of whatever point it's going to be that you're attacking on this side of the map, and you can see just how many guys Legion is dedicating here.
I'll go. See, there's not even that.
As I see Ivan do that, I look up and Waffen is up there with the medic. that is
somehow Biggs is
Great
still
gameplay.
alive as Hans does drop him, but yes, honestly, Gardens is fun to fight over, but it's also annoying to fight over at the same time, as Cattle Sheds is being flagged a little bit, but it's just honestly due to soft cap pressure just from essentially Gardens, to be completely honest. Like, there's nothing really.
Just lost the Gardens garrison for 79th as well.
Yeah, so
just
like,
rewinded
if you
that,
just look
and
at the
Ivan
map
actually
real
hit
quick
that
from
shot.
both sides, like, there's really nothing that either team is doing that's like, you know, making the point being flagged other than Gardens garrison for the allies being taken out. Like, Legion's pretty doing a kind of typical garrison network, nothing too crazy. Like, you kind of expect either like the garrison at AA to either be in the hard cap or between that wheat field to the east or to the 5-point sector. So like really
Right.
nothing being, you know, out of the norm for either team. It's just that Legion, obviously it's just, you know, them being one of the best teams, if not the best team in the world, just kind of, you know, storming up the gut to, you know, essentially Cattle Shed's hard cap, as you see on screen. As Lewis,
they're just grinding away at it, honestly. It's I think a big difference that you start to see as you get more familiar with the game, and you know you're in the higher divisions, regardless of how controversial that might be. The pace of which you're able to take terrain, there's not a lot of stalling happening here. Like you saw the you know Legion be able to push up so quickly and take so much ground for free. And it kind of caught 79th on their heels, where they're looking to get back to now their, oh my god, to their friendly sector, and they're caught in retreat. But my goodness.
well, that tank was
He's just watching-
that ran over somebody and then also blew up. So that is, I mean,
And
That's
great. Legion's really just winning their gunfights too. I'm watching this western side right now where 79th was able to hold up a little bit, but all the blueberries are just dying, and Legion's winning those gunfights.
yeah, if you just see,
Unfortunately for 79th.
you kind of just go to like the general map control and like Legion's just, you know, there's nothing other than H squad lead, like even remotely close to AA to can even kind of contest it, and then everybody else is around Cattle Shed. So it's also that, like, I don't want to say it's like that Division 1 mindset, but it's like, you know, the good teams will spread you apart, like like, I don't know if you played in that, because we scrimmed in 22nd against Taco last weekend, and it was rough. Like,
We did.
Taco does, like, Taco, Legion, 6, they will spread you apart. Like, this sounds very fucking sus now I'm here, like, talking about
Yeah.
it. But, like, as, like, a whole, like, map. They spread you, like, apart, like, throughout the map and make you more thin than you want to be. And they just take
Right.
advantage of that if you're not experienced in those kind of situations. Like, against, like, you know, 2 evenly matched teams like Taco Legion or Legion 6, like, they're very, you know, familiar with each other, so they do expect each other to do that. But against, like, a team like, you know, 79th and Legion, like, 79th obviously does have the disadvantage going into this game. But, you know, it kind of just goes to show that skill gap a little bit.
Yeah,
But-
I think the when you spread a team thin like that and you make them it more about the squad on squad engagements, it reminds me, you know, like that meme picture where it's like the bell curve of intelligence, and it's like the monkey on either side of it saying the same thing, but everyone in the middle saying something different. Like the dumb way to look at the game and the really high level way that the game ends up becoming is the same, where gunfights really matter, and everyone in the middle is saying like, no, it's a game of strategy, it's a game of this, it's a game of that. But when you really boil everything away and you get these teams like, you know, when Taco plays Legion or Sixth or any of those teams, and everyone's playing on like a squad on squad line on each other, those gunfights and those OP takedowns matter so much. And when 2 teams are going at it like that, that's when you see that ground really slow down. And, you know, I'm sure you could sympathize with this, Awake, but when you're streaming these games sometimes and it's like, okay, well, now it's a little bit boring. You know, these teams are just kind of have their territory. They're both trying to move forward, but it's just not happening because of the strategy. So it's just interesting when there is that difference between teams and the skill level. The ground that's able to be taken is just so much quicker and so much freer.
Yeah, I feel like it also, like, the confidence, like, sorry to cut you off, but, like, the confidence also plays into that. Like, Legion, I mean, we can all be honest with each other. Like, we kind of expected Legion to, like, do what they're doing right now. They're very confident as a team and as players, so they're gonna, you know, take the extra risks more often than 79th are. 79th are gonna play probably a tad bit more conservative, maybe take a risk here or 2 in there, but it's probably not going to pay out for them, and you're kind of just seeing that on screen right now as they are more than half cap on to Cattle Shed's 4th point.
By pure
Yeah, good bombing run here from Legion to come in and take out that garrison as well on the left side, dropping an airhead to kind of help reinforce the push there already.
By pure virtue of experience, though, too, Awake, I think that, and Night Falcon, like, it makes such a big difference when you have these guys that are, you know, in Legion. They've been playing this game in the competitive format for, you know, in those same squads with those same people doing those same things for, you know, hundreds of games, honestly. Like, I don't think that's an exaggeration. And, you know, anytime you're newer to, like, playing in, like, a 49s format or, you know, this game competitively as, like, a newer clan, it's going to be really tough just to substitute anything for that experience that you get in all these different game situations.
Oh, for sure. Plus, with 79, they're coming from the side of just building up over the last 10 months or
Right.
so. This is when they started. So already jumping up into the 49s for them, this is a big step. It's something to really
Yeah.
test where they're at. I know they registered for Summit coming up, so it'll be fun to kind of see how that all plays out for them.
Yeah, I think that
but
it's so good for the game, though. Like, the game, you know, and I've been away for a little bit, but from everything I've seen since I've been back, it doesn't seem like the game is in, like, the best spot that it's been. Which
No.
doesn't surprise me, you know, obviously. I've been around this game for quite some time, but, you know, I gotta give so much credit to teams like 79 that like, make the game keep going. Like, we need that to keep happening, because I think that we have one of the best communities for, you know, and not that you might laugh at that or whatever, but I do think we do have one of the better communities out there in gaming, and the more that we can keep these people around and playing this game that progressively gets worse, we just need to hold on to Vietnam and pray that that is, you know, fun and viable. So,
completely agree.
Well, I am definitely praying for Vietnam, because holy shit, this game has gone downhill in the last 2.5 months since you've been gone. Pretty much since you've been gone, this game has gone downhill. But as the game is going downhill, the uphill battle for Cattleshids is going in the favor of the 79th as they are starting to near the half cap. I'm not sure if Legion is retreating to A network. It looks like they are waiting for medics to revive each other because nothing is indeed happening onto that airhead as they are nearing the 2/3 to quarter cap. But you know,
good incursion
push though.
from the
Like
east.
before all the redeploys happened, I thought that they were doing pretty solidly in the east there on the road where the
Oh,
AT guns
proxy
go.
satchel.
yes, proxy satchel onto cattle sheds will wipe out a few bodies, but still in favor of the 79th as it does teeter back towards Legion as a few do spawn onto that. Either I think it's just the lone JOP, so no garrison on cattle. So
That
it
guy's
looks like
either
they're
allowed to
actually
do
all
that,
in
or
HQ.
he's
Never
getting
mind,
yelled
they're
at.
all in HQ.
So bad. Oh, that guy's getting yelled at so bad, dude.
God damn it.
Looks like we
Well-
might be getting a little bit of a reset.
Well, it looks like
From the
power
Legion side
rankings,
here.
if you are here for power rankings, this might not happen for a little bit, but we are having a whatever the fuck we're watching right now match. But
What's
it
going on in
is-
HQ? Is any artillery shenanigans? I see a tank up there in the German HQ or the US HQ.
in the right.
They want to go
oh,
back
what
to the strategy of reforming the convoy, I believe.
The convoy.
My snitch.
Well, it looks like they are farming for XP as a blown up truck from Grunton, Athens or Athens. I don't know who that is, but just looking at the map as a whole, it's from like either like if you just take away like 90% of Legion being in the HQ and everybody else being kill horrors in the cattle sheds area, just 79th being very far spread apart. So like obviously this is probably their one of their first like 49s experiences, so we do have to take that into account as well. They were a 35s team. They did indeed, I think, finish runner up in their division for Division 7, so that is a 35s format, to DBL, who did end up winning that. So like obviously we have to give 79th a little bit of like leeway in that regard as far as 49s, because 49s does play different than 35s. I don't know if you guys played in them. I think Caparzo has. I'm not
100%.
sure. I'm not sure if Night Falcon has it all.
I
Yeah,
played a
yeah.
35
TPL
game.
TPL Season 1 Division 5 champs, baby. 22nd.
I was not a part of that.
The,
I was a full-fledged caster
Shout
on
out.
that time. And we kind of fucked up the stream on that final, but that is what it is. It's
Yeah,
in the
you
past.
did.
That was not. That was.
Yeah,
It was
there.
It was
That was
that
on me,
mess
yeah.
up that got me into it. I'm like, I can't let Wake do this, so we're gonna.
I didn't do
put him
anything.
in
I was
the-
streaming a different game. I forgot what.
No, I know.
That-
We
yeah, that was-
actually
that was
ended
on-
up. We
that was on
ended
me.
up getting a whole bunch of our FPV or our first-person perspective stuff and getting Smithers to splice it all together for us. It was kind of fun. Ended up kind of casting it.
It's kind of
Us
like
to
what we
celebrate
ended
as a
up
team.
having to
We do
for
have
that,
some questions from my chat.
season 1.
Taco ? Has Monkey Tennis appeared yet? I don't know where Monkey Tennis has been since Summit. Actually, since Summit regular season, believe it or not. Hound Dog is, I guess, still them. Hello Thunder. I'm trying to see
I love you, Thunder.
the Great
I am a little
Reset.
interested in the 79th, how they're going to respond to this, because I currently see, I think, 5 Pumas in the back. Yeah, 5
Oh, they-
Pumas in lead. Middle HQ. 6.
Why is someone
Pumas.
VCing
Sorry.
me? Dane, I can't do a VC. I'm sorry. I can't
He's
do a
playing.
VC. He's literally playing the game. That's not okay.
We're going to go live for an interview here as,
Yeah.
as we're resetting.
Actually, I should just go to their HQ and see what they're saying. Okay, Bearju is saying in my live chat, since this is 100% live, he's stream sniped at this point, but I don't think it really matters at this point in the game.
Let's inform all of the 79th that they can watch live and see if we can get any advantage. We were jokingly saying that when we played and talked
Yes,
last
yes,
week that we were all
moving
going to
on
admin.
we're just gonna
So the
stay on top of
conversation.
Wolf
We could
here.
disappear into it. Disappear into admin cam, magically reappear in the world of Garrison Zone.
I don't know what's going on, dude. Let me guess, the 79th are learning something from us. I mean, it's their first 49s format game. Like technically they are. Like going blind into a 49ers game. Who the fuck is this? Osiris. Osiris is trying to get more kills. Honestly,
There's always one.
This is just delaying my predictions. Thunder,
donated
how are you guys
$5.
doing? I can't believe you're still playing. I don't know how this game is still alive either, Thunder, to be completely honest with you. It just is.
Man, Legion's just totally choking themselves out here.
Yeah, Legion is fucking dropping the ball.
giving it all
I don't know
up.
how they're gonna win against Sixer Taco playing like this. Looking like some randoms
They got
out
so
here.
far ahead, they put the third stringers in.
I wouldn't want to see my future opponent playing like this. Honestly, it'd make me a little nervous.
This is. I might have to make this into a second stream because I do not want this to go on for an hour and 4 more minutes. To be completely honest with you guys.
Calling it out. Bold prediction. 79th going to win Summit this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I remember when people were saying that when we beat Merc and then we got 5-0 by EXO in like 35 minutes the next week.
That Merc game was one of the most fun games ever.
Become a meme now. Whenever we look to sign up with Merc to do a sprint or something, we always offer a dugout farm first.
Yeah, you have to. I do the
You have
same
to.
thing.
It's lore now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few games that I think everyone remembers in the community, like beyond the teams that just played it, and that's certainly one of them.
I think that's this is something I was actually going to bring into the stream tonight, and it's something in regarding to the future of Hell at Loose comp and how it can like expand or be bigger. And I personally don't see that happening more than it already is. Maybe you guys feel different, but you know, just looking at other games like sorry to cut you off, but looking at other games like Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty, Valorant, technically, like pretty much any FPS like CS:GO, like it's hard to be an established esport. First of all, the prize pools would be dog shit. Like, I think we can all agree with that. I don't want to get paid $10 and split between 50 plus people, or 95 to 150 plus people based on roster size. Like, it's just something like I've thought of over. Why is there smoke on top of this truck? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. I mean, I think with all those games, like particularly Siege, I think is the only realistic comparison. Just because like they made their game better and then people came back to play it. And I think the biggest thing that's stopping Hell Let Loose is the developers of the game like kind of not doing what's needed and going further just in the other direction. And I don't like to say that. I love Hell Let Loose. Like I met so many people playing this game, that's crazy. And I think that the game is fun. But just if they made the game, you know, less buggy and, you know, maybe put some more like interesting gameplay mechanics, I think the niche that it fills is not filled by anything else. So if this is the kind of game you want to play, then Hell Let Loose is a no-brainer.
Yeah, for like you go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
I'd be very interested because with the new Conquest kind of idea that they've floated today, where they're going to implement ticket systems and whatnot for the new game mode for this year. Be very interested to see how that kind of plays into a competitive sphere and if anybody picks it up to play, just with the new dynamics.
Yeah, I mean, at this phase, I feel like no one's gonna try to like drink. Like, there's maybe a couple people in the community that would maybe even want to think about what the league would look like when you play it that way. But at this stage of the game, it feels like let's just wait for Vietnam and we'll figure it out then if it comes there.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to the point. It's like Vietnam, or I don't want to say it's Vietnam or bust, but like it's almost feeling like that. Like you have to like either exceed the current game or do better. Or that's pretty much the exact same thing in one sentence. But like you have to exceed, like be the same or exceed the current version of Hell Let Loose, you know, World War II, as we call it nowadays.
You definitely need to exceed it too, because splitting the community in a community that, while is like I think good and healthy, like our community is, but it can't stand to see like any like 33% of those people playing a completely different game like in parallel with the original one, and that won't make Vietnam survive, and that won't make World War II survive. So that would be the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that it's a wholesale improvement and retains what people love about the gameplay of World War II, Hell Let Loose. So I don't know if that's too much to ask, honestly. It sort of kind of does. I'm an optimist by nature, so I'll choose to go with that because living otherwise is a little bit scary.
As Legion still continues their freaking blitzkrieg towards the midpoint, just kind of, you know, touching up on what you guys kind of said. Like I've literally thought about this like the last few months, and like with GTA 6 releasing, you know, in the next, like, you know, next November, it's like, when does Vietnam release? Because if they release, you know, within like a 2 month time span of Vietnam, I hate to say it, but that player base is not gonna have a player base as freaking Puma's just rocking through at the midpoint. See if Goose can maybe finish him off. And he unfortunately will hit the half wall. And the Puma will continue its run. But
Tony almost gets a stray there.
But just thinking like towards the future of Hell Loose and the class scene in general, it's very I don't have too much confidence in it, to be completely honest. Like I don't see it being, you know, a full-fledged esport, like, you know, the big, you know, names in the esports scene. Like I don't see us obviously getting franchised to, like, you know, team like FaZe and stuff like that. Like it's literally don't see that unless it's like an actual, just, you know, you get the name but we're not going to pay you type thing, because organizations do actually pay you at the end of the day to represent them. But, you know,
I think that the game itself is way niche to do anything like that. You know what I mean?
Niche.
It's a tactical World War II first-person shooter. Like there's a lot of things going on there, and I think beyond that, like just in meeting and just in talking to so many people in the community, I think you get along with so many people because we already share a very niche interest. So from there, like, world's our oyster. Like, we already have our most niche interest in common. So from there, it's easy. Oh, you like sports too? You like, you know, all this sort of stuff. So I think that that's a really good, I think that's part of why our community is so great.
And as the allies do get kind of a crossfire onto some sort of tank from Legion, I assume it was a heavy tank, or I don't even know what they have, because they're just spinning up Pumas more than anything, to be completely honest. But
how much fuel?
840. Honestly, at this point, I would not be surprised to see like 7 Jeeps on the field from Legion.
I mean, 79th doing pretty well on the eastern flank here, able to hold up their ground. But I mean, the main push for Legion definitely coming up the kind of the 5-point section south of AA network. But this bombing run will be interesting.
Looks like the bombing run.
Yeah, that might. Yeah, it's gonna give them a little bit of a break. I think it might get a garrison too. No, I don't think it's a garrison.
I do not believe it will, but
yeah,
it will actually kind of stall this Legion push for the time being. 79th maybe trying
some
to
pressure back on Hamlet.
And
for a second, it teetered over into 79th.
And it's actually just mostly from a recon squad and one random support player onto the hard cap.
Yeah,
somehow K's got back there.
I don't know.
They're gonna take out the supplies at least.
And this is kind of where
a little bit.
And this is kind of where the actual like experience of a competitive team comes from. Like he's, you know, I don't want to say like 40 like other like maybe I don't want to say like lower tier 49s teams, but like the experienced teams will only send back like 1 to at most 4 people. One of them most likely being the commander back to hard cap at Hamlet. But like, you know, you could maybe see these in like 39 like 35s and 30s games where they send like, you know, 6 or 7 guys from random squads back to hard cap without any sort of communication. You know, it's just kind of that little like extra inch of like experience.
You even see that at the high levels. If you have a team that forces the other team to come back and, do a little bit more than just have like 1 or 2 guys defending the point. If they make that math mistake and they send back like even 2 more guys than they should have, it's devastating.
I mean, why are people calling
Come
me
get
in
some.
Discord? Dane, stop calling me, god damn it.
Kyle went for the save of the garrison, but come get some. Ran to the corner. They ended up getting
That would have
killed.
been wild if
but,
there was a spawn on that garrison and any team killed everyone on his team.
Dane,
Oh, he would not have
That would have been an
down.
all-time moment. He was probably locking it out though. Come get some.
Yeah, he probably was. So, I mean, I could see the strategy for sure. But that would have been funny.
honestly, at this
They were
point,
spawn
can
locked.
Legion just like win this game? Because I'm just trying to get into my power
Oh, he's
rankings. 'Cause
satcheled.
I am not okay.
There's the big brain play right there. Put the satchel down, not even go for the garrison. Good for him.
And what would that be? The eastern side there is starting to fall a little bit.
You can kind of see Legion also setting up for a potential cattle sheds like double take. So they do have a or a Puma ready to take that 4th point, as the majority of 79th are in 5 points. Obviously, very
Oh my
very
goodness.
critical for
Leads.
either team, but you know, if you're just
They have their
all-
heavy over there too. 2 heavies.
2
Well,
squad
yeah,
leads
that's-
already on roof for Legion.
I mean, it's typically where you're going to see your heavies is on 5 points.
Yeah.
You're honestly not going to see him too much else unless it's Pierce Farm.
Full control of 5 points though, 79.
But you know,
Yeah,
playing
they sure do.
playing on a network against, you know, even Pathfinders, you know, we played that in Summit Night Falcon, like, it was a, not necessarily, I don't want to say difficult, you know, point, because we did, you know, flip-flop once onto the hard cap, but it's a fun, honestly, it's one of my favorite points to fight over in the entire game, as the medium tank for the allies does try to drive around the hard cap. No ATs in sight for the Axis.
Frosty chasing
79th
the support.
already turned all the way around with its backside facing towards point. It's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, the only garrison that they do have is actually around 5 points, so that is a little bit of a concern for them.
Where are the ATs?
ATs for
Yeah, no
Legion.
ATs for Legion.
They do want to make sure they get their kill
Airheads
bonuses
coming in.
for their STGs and their Gewehr's, because they don't use MP40s or anything else. They refuse to use the car.
Car is lame when you have the STG that you can use.
That's the Legion secret, huh? STG bots.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all
Yeah,
Div 1, to be completely honest with you. STG bots out the wazoo.
Yeah, the only difference between you and a high-tier D1 player is using the STG better.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Dunny gets absolutely
Carson
dicked
getting a
down
good
by Kit
kill in the front.
Carson.
And having the lag work just a little bit more in your favor than the other team.
There you go. They don't even have the advantage of the P-Shrek anymore.
Airhead is down. Legion do get a decent
Did I hear
spawn.
something today about them doing like weapon balancing or class changing around a little bit? I
Oh,
wonder if they
Jesus
do that. If
Christ.
they're going to change it to the add the
Is he gonna
Gavir
do
to
it?
the AT. Oh, missing the flare
my
gun kill.
God.
I would be very interested though to see if they do get if they do swap up that AT class for the Germans at all. Now that the Allied bazooka can do as much as it can do.
I gotta follow Ivan now. Fishaholic. Trying to take out supplies. Ivan.
Melee kill? Says no to that.
Oh my god.
I'm flipping that.
That's all time.
Hey, buddy. Oh, I'm gonna follow Ivan. I'm gonna follow Ivan.
79th doing all right though to push back in and prevent this cap from Legion for the time being. Bombing run going up for Legion, but it will miss the garrison to the north. It will heavily damage their tanks though.
This is incredible.
Top tier gameplay as he does get cut down by Southern S. I don't know if you saw what I saw, but this is one of the best moments I've got on stream.
Yeah, that's up there, dude.
Not
That
quite
is
sure who's
100%
bombing
I'll
this
have to watch
is. I assume this is probably a Legion bombing run. Or actually, I don't even know who's bombing. Who the fuck's bombing run this is? Whoever it was dog shit from either team, but
It's Legion.
that's besides the point. Cap is in favor of Legion now, 3-2. What the fuck are we doing with our lives?
We are at home
that was
casting a
awful.
video game on a Friday night. That's what we're doing with our lives.
Night Falcon, you didn't hear it, but Ivan walks up on the guy and Brock chat says, "Oh hi, buddy," and then shovels him.
Oh, that is pretty good. You got to put that into a short there a week.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dude, I've been so slacking on any sort of YouTube content. I have like 4 videos, like legit like 2/3 like edited, and I just don't have the motivation to finish it.
Well, when all of our videos are an hour and a half long, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well, that's different. Like I have one for like our one SBS game in Summit. I have like that 2/3 finished. I have one for Pathfinders. I have like half finished. I just have just been all of a sudden just get caught up in like random stuff. All of a sudden, it's been terrible.
You talk about like putting your actual player perspective into videos.
No, like just memes.
Is that what you're doing?
That
Oh,
tank is in
okay, like you
trouble.
did. Okay, for Merc. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, 100% like Merc video, but like maybe on a lesser scale. Like the Pathfinders video is more towards Merc because I got 110 kills. But like one SBS, I just use a flamethrower.
When you do good, you have to post it. That's the rule.
Smithers got some good highlights of you doing that with the flamethrower, so
Oh dude, I'm
plenty
like
of good things to
Smithers,
throw
like,
together for you.
I'm Slibber.
That was a great one.
Smithers Clip Farm. Oh, Akbarza, you missed me with my satchel play in a TFMC game. Oh, please say.
What was it?
I like.
You saw him.
I was like,
When you
it was
placed
like 10
this-
minutes left. It was actually on this map, like over here somewhere where the commander is. I'm placing the satchel in a tank, but the game decides to fuck me over and place it on the ground. But I was looking at a guy that was repairing the tank at the same time I was placing it, and I placed the satchel pretty much like on the ground, not knowing because I was looking at the guy to see if he'll turn around and see me, and then I shovel him, and Smithers just starts crying.
Gotta check that out.
Oh my god!
It was pretty funny. He just
What's
shovels
this
him and
Puma
runs
doing?
away.
See, go piss
Oh,
Mojo.
Merlin.
Merlin does not have the AT. He has a satchel instead. Probably gonna place down some mines now. I'm following this recon tank around.
Who is that in there?
That's Mahojo and Gopiss.
Oh, that's a crazy duo. They're up to something for sure.
Oh, the 76 knows what's up.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh!
76 will get the kill. Goose with the rocket to support.
That was a good play.
Good armor
Good
play
communication.
from the 79. This is definitely not
It sounds
how
like
I
an easy
expected
thing.
tonight to go.
Sounds like an easy thing, but communicating that there's a Puma doing that, like, throughout command chat and all the people that need to hear it is not easy to do, especially in 49s. And I think that's another part of coming from 35s. That's a big change is the command chat noise, because all those squads are filled. And also you're playing, like, man defense rather than zone defense, if you'll understand that analogy. So,
I will also
I think that's a big difference.
I will also have to say the tank meta has shifted a little bit since you left, Barzo, because there's only a maximum of 2 heavy tanks per team, so you cannot stack heavy tanks whatsoever. So like if you have, you know, let's say both teams have 2 heavy tanks with half the game left, and let's say 79 loses one, they have to wait 10 minutes for the next heavy tank to spawn. That's just, you know, how it is nowadays. There's a 10-minute cooldown, 2 max heavy tanks per team. You know, so medium tanks are being utilized, and medium tanks can actually eat 2 shots of the heavy tank. Pretty much wherever. I don't know if they can get 1 shot in the butt or not.
I did catch a couple streams actually, and I saw that, which was, you know, very interesting. The medium tank coming back into like a viable thing, not by anything else other than necessity, but still, I think it's interesting to see. That's a really clean gunfight there by that squad.
But you did miss the lightning fast P4s. Where they'd be able to swoop in, get a kill, and then get out of the frame before a rocket could reload.
Between update 18 and 19 was P4 heaven, where P4s were pretty much, honestly, I'm surprised teams didn't use P4s more often, because you could just spam P4s like no tomorrow and always be, in contention to cap or, defend a point within, like, ease. Like, it was super easy since they couldn't get penned from the front from any rocket. But now since they can, it's a lot more difficult. I hate this game. Anyways,
the SPG stuff, I know it's not used in competitive, but those are hilarious.
Unless you're Winter War League, where you can use SPAs.
Winter War League has been right.
Honestly,
what is the use
off-season
case?
competitive league.
Honestly, SPAs.
What is the use case?
I have no idea.
It's not artillery, is it?
It is artillery.
Oh yeah, it's mobile artillery.
No. But is that what the competitive use case would be?
Yeah.
That's what they've been using it for.
You're not going to use SPAs in DMT, Caparzo. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Like you
if you
use
look
it as
at
a
it,
secondary artillery?
I mean, yeah, you can.
Yeah. In Winter War, at least, they're allowing it. But you can only have the one static artillery gun anyway.
Why do we have so many types of artillery?
But the one advantage SPAs do have is they actually can destroy OPs, which I think is stupid. I mean, that's what we had the argument about Commander Artie destroying garrisons.
Yeah.
But, like, apparently it's an intended feature, which I think is...
That is so insanely stupid.
I agree,
I was thinking
but,
about it.
I'm not a game developer. I just play this game twice a month, maybe. Maybe cast the game
one of those
there.
times sober.
Honestly,
yeah,
but I was thinking about it today.
In the past 3 months, I've probably played this game more not sober than sober, but that's besides the point.
So they've made the change where you can only build one static artillery gun, but you can have two SPAs on the field at the same time. So I'm like, okay, they've taken away all three Artie guns. You can still have the fire. I'm really interested to see how off-season competitive league does it, because they've taken away static artillery guns. Like, you can't use them at all, and you can use an SPA. So I'm interested to see how that kind of plays out. We're actually playing against TFMC tomorrow under OSCL rules, so it'll be interesting how that all kind of plays out. No flares as well.
Wait, so what am I doing?
So a lot of the competitive. Are you talking about our match tomorrow?
I'm just gonna shoot people and be done with it. I don't care what happens. I just don't care.
Yeah.
That's
So
a big spawn wave in that barn.
No flares, no static artillery. We've got the SPA available to us. So without having the static artillery and the flares, like, I'm very interested to see how that whole feeling goes throughout the course of the match.
Spotters rejoice. You don't have to kill yourself 30 times.
Send you to the back line where your OP is actually able to do stuff. But Legion's got a very good front line going here right now.
Something other than ask for explosive ammo.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this game's won the dog shit. Anyways,
gone.
Legion going on the cattle sheds.
It looks good. That line there is as good as it's been all game.
I really hope this game ends in the next 10 minutes, because fuck me, I did not expect this to last 45. Is
there an agreement maybe that it has to go an hour? Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
Oh, yeah, I believe no 5-0 for at least 60. Might be 75.
Dude, I'm honestly just wandering around the map. Yeah.
Should we do cast your perspectives? Go help out our respective teams.
I don't think Legion needs my help at this point. There's a bombing run randomly going in the middle of the field which has no one in.
I would go out and help the 79th, and you would wink help Legion.
I would team
wink.
I don't know what this bombing run is for, but this is probably a misplaced bombing run from either team, because there's just no one there. It's probably Liberty using a bombing run right now.
Competitive average is 3.
That That was definitely not a competitive average, because that was 300 meters away from the nearest person, but, you know, there's a 3 in there somewhere probably. But, you know, I don't know what to talk about at this point. You guys talk more, I guess.
I mean, going back to Hello Vietnam, if they want to have some type of like competitive element, it's going to be very interesting to see how the teams balance out against each other with the various benefits and buffs that each one has. Helicopters and AA tunnels, whatever it is.
From what they've said, it seems like we're going to get a lot more clan support on the onset of the game. So, like, I think offering any feature set that's less than World War II would be genuinely unacceptable. Like, we can't go into the game with no admin cam and server browser. Like, that just can't happen, really.
100%.
But also, it sounds like they're going to go beyond that, which is the right way to go about it, and like offer some in-game clan tools, maybe something like the platoon system for Battlefield. I think that would be interesting to have, and considering where the game is on World War II, leaning into the community and the people that love the game through good and bad is the right way to go.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, they've got this competitive scene that's really been built out of something they didn't even plan for on this. And there's a proxy satchel on the north side, or sorry, south side of that left cattle shed, that westernmost.
Oh,
there it goes.
And he just went off.
Didn't take it out. It didn't take out the Gary.
I think it was a 79th proxy satchel.
Oh, wow.
I could see it.
Dig. STG body.
But we got the 76 using its previous corpse. Tracking the P4 on the west side.
The gunfight! The fish!
To the Red Rider BB gun, M1 carbine.
Small spawn wave on to the garrison. Dane, who's
Muffin
trying to
Muffin Man might be going for the proxy satchel. Yeah. Muffin Man with the
Muffin
proxy
Man,
satchel.
Yeah, he'll get it there.
Just trying to hold on for dear life.
The amount of grenades going in there is
too much wraparound, as there's a random Tiger 76 will take out a P4, and Ivan, who tries to knife Ghost.
God, for getting the melee kill.
The satchel will go off any second, as it does go off, and
there
it'll
it
take
is.
out the garrison on point for the 79.
It's been locked out for a little bit too, so those guys have probably already gone elsewhere.
Advantage for 79th is they do have a heavy tank near the cap sector, but Legion do have a tire tank near the midpoint. They are trading shots, collapse, no back and Frosty. Pretty much
Frosty
blind as
needs
they're
some
shooting trees
some
in the
respect
distance.
there. Frosty does so much, you know, so many different things so well.
Oh no!
One of the
This could be a dead Legion tank. They do take another round, I think, to the tracks.
he's got to book it now.
Locate him now. This does depend on the 79th if they can land the final shot, as they will land the final shot, and the heavy tank will be destroyed. So good job on to the 79th to take out that heavy tank, but they are using cattle sheds.
It was a good shot to get through that tree from the 79th tanker.
Yeah.
There. I think Ivan might have been going for the flare gun kill on the 76. You know, just see what he can do.
I think that's the new meta.
But,
is don't use flare guns for actual like intel. Use it for kills. It's an extra shot, guaranteed kill if you land it onto somebody.
I bet you guys could see the stats there on the Legion server.
I don't care.
See exactly how many melee kills and flare gun kills he's got. But stalling out cap pressure.
Legion bombing run to possibly knock out that front door garrison as a 76. Pretty much the only person. And
Ivan has 3 flare gun kills and 4 shovels.
Jesus
There you
Christ.
go. Leading the leaderboard today.
79th actually using this rep station to get a little bit of reps in, but will actually be in a satchel position as Big Dickin Contain.
Get it.
I just got ran over.
I want to get closer.
I don't think he realizes.
79th actually turning the tides a little bit, able to go ahead and keep that point under their control for a little bit longer. Legion, though, pushing very well up the east side of the map, owning all the way back to the first row.
Up and running. Who has this cap, Legion or 79?
79 still holds it right now. Yeah. Still going back in their favor.
Yeah, no
One of the
in the
benefits
HQ.
about playing somebody that's so wide. But it looks like Legion sending their reinforcing airhead down the backside of cattle sheds. It's only a matter of time now. But I've been on the receiving end of plenty of matches like this where you're just kind of getting your teeth kicked in the whole time. And frankly, it's this fiery crucible that builds your team up. As long as people stick around and learn from their experiences, like, it'd be very fun to see where the 79th goes as they're going into Summit and beyond.
It's a copycat league too. I mean, we've seen it so often where something new is introduced, or the game is so refined right now that you kind of get the template of what you need to be doing, and then it's just about making it work with your roster and building your team from there. This sort of line strategy is, I think, one of the easiest to understand, but the hardest to master, because it really starts to benefit from people being comfortable in the role that they're playing on a game-to-game basis. As fun as it is, like everyone doing different roles and stuff like that, I think, staying in what you do and specializing and getting used to the people that are going to be around you, like in your area of the battle, is the best thing you can do for your team.
Oh, for sure.
My favorite.
I mean, what other
strategy
games
is
out
just
there
going
can you
straight
really
to hard cap,
go with?
Fuck the flanks.
I mean, what other game can you really partner up with 50 other people? I think that's the funneler,
Right.
the thing that pulls everybody back to this game. I guess heaven knows I wouldn't have ever played a competitive video game if it wasn't for this. So.
Runs away.
Right. I think
I wasn't running the Halo tournaments back in the day. It wasn't my jam.
Hilo. We're gonna bring Hilo back. Proper rankings.
It's not a league.
I don't care.
No, that was the people would always call it a league back then.
It's not really.
I got the
league, it's
Lux
just a competitive
punching up
world
behind.
ranking. I mean, honestly, one thing I do want to see would be like, console versus PC. I think that would be like really interesting to see.
How do you neutralize the input barrier? Like,
I don't care. Oh, Bear Jew.
Bear Jew.
Time to kill.
We've got quite the engagement going on back here by the final point between a Lux and a 76. Lux going for the pit maneuver on the 76. 76, its barrel's too long, so it can't get a shot on the Lux.
Jesus Christ.
Osiris is going at it.
Osiris, solo tanker. This is hella loose cop. Is this tank gonna flip?
We're a serious comp team right now.
Very serious gameplay we're
Dude,
witnessing.
what the fuck is going on?
It's a full-on stalemate here as the 76 tries to rotate his turn around to find an angle of attack, but just not going to find it, unfortunately.
You got it there, maybe. Hitboxes
I
are...
can't find him.
I think you could see him. He's right there, guys, I swear. Can't see him. Chuckle Nuts jumps out to confirm, yes, he is indeed there.
Lux gets 2 kills. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. competitive
Now
finals.
we have AT finally responding here for the 79. But Chris Bacon ran the other way. Ah, and it's gone.
There he goes. But kind of going back to
Fun
the
while it
PC
lasted.
But kind of going back to the PC versus console thing, I think that would honestly be interesting to see, like, you know, the best console players versus, like, you know, a team like ESPT or like Greyhounds or, you know, WTH, one of the top 3 teams, which those are the top 3 teams on PC. Like, obviously there's going to be like an input advantage for PC and obviously a visual advantage because they are on PC. They get better graphics cards than our dog shit console ones, but like it would be interesting to see because I feel like the strategy is the same and I feel like the gameplay is somewhat the same. Obviously it's a little bit, you know, different between console and PC just because you can like see more and stuff like that, obviously on PC than console.
If you said no filters, then I think it's a little bit more agreeable. You know
Well,
what
honestly,
I mean? Like,
PC is going to use
you have
filters
to
no
at
matter
least-
what because PC are just they want any advantage they can, and honestly, losing to a fucking console team or console players, I think would be a laughing stock upon PC players. I'm just being completely honest, PC people. If you were watching this, I don't know why you would be watching this anyways. Go play your own dog shit games for all I care.
Console competitive.
If you would lose to a
That-
console team, that would be the saddest thing on your resume.
But
You
what's-
should probably put that in your
what's
bio
sad-
like you already do.
Don't you want to, like, I would, you know, I'm a competitive person. I don't want to give the other team any reason to say after the game that, oh, you only won because X, you know? And I don't, excuse me, like being that person after a game that says, oh, you only won for that, but it doesn't feel good to win and then them have sort of a point when it comes to, like, having filters and everything like that.
Yeah. I mean, there is a way to get filters. Like, honestly, I can show you right now of how I get filters, or how you can technically get filters on PC or on console. If I can do this real quick, if I actually
Not before the finals,
or you
away.
can do sharpen. Oh, that's not it. Yeah, so there we go. We can kind of get filters
Very
on my
useful.
stream.
Yeah.
You can kind of get it.
This is so much better. This is so
Um,
much better. I could feel the advantages.
It's really not as much advantage as you think it is. It's very minimal, but on actually my screen, I can see it a lot better than you probably can on stream, just because I get, you know, 1080p, 1440p advantage technically. It's not as good. Plus, you get actually input delay, so there's that into account as well. But there's obviously, you know, advantages between PC and console and vice versa. Console's better than PC, by the way. PC just is the same shit all the time. You know who's gonna win. You know.
I say we
Unless you're league.
I say we just
console's way
move and break
different.
out a competitive Phasmophobia league.
Yes, please. I'm Prestige 4.
Yep. We send teams into
Dude, I grinded.
Yes.
custom
Assault
set
9.
apocalypse challenges.
See if Ivan can do anything. I grinded fucking Phas for so much last year.
He's going for it.
Nope.
No.
Instead of map bans, you ban equipment.
Ivan's OP still up. No. This is not up. But
Good
somebody
bombing run though,
put-
taking out a good number of people.
Putting an actual fight up around Legrand. I would say this is the hardest midpoint for the Axis to actually take as the 5th and final point.
No, the winner's landing, dude.
No, Winner's Landing is easy as shit. If you lose border, you lose the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Winner's landing in
But,
pubs,
I mean-
though, is very difficult.
Oh, 100%.
Well, in offensive, yeah.
It's like or what is it?
People don't play warfare
Road
and
to,
warfare. They just play offensive.
Road to Carentan.
Road to Baston on
Yeah, boy.
That is
you're right.
no thank you.
That's in pubs. That's legit impossible. That's one of the few hard points that's actually easier in competitive, because you can be
Yeah.
organized about it. In pubs,
Agreed.
it's not happening.
Dude, can this game fucking end? Jesus Christ. I want to get into my rankings. Gee, that guy got cooked.
We can't
whole
have a
comment
Hilo
section.
back though. You'd be out of a job with the power rankings.
Alright, I'm running an ad. Oh, I didn't fucking put ads on the stream. Fuck, I'm doing that right now. I'm actually doing that. I don't care.
about
Actually,
90
I actually
subscribers
got
away from being able to have ads.
Is me. I don't consent.
Turn on monetization. I think. Did I turn on monetization? I don't know. I don't know if I turn on monetization. If you guys get an ad, I don't give a fuck. It's my stream. I can do what I want. I'm gonna earn $1 anyways, so calm down. I don't care.
Dunny already paid for the stream. Come on, dude. We're subsidized by Dunny.
You're not subsidized by Dunny. Actually, Dunny did do
Let's all stick it
kinda
to the
are,
man.
dude.
Dunny did
We
donate
got
me
$5 from
$4.99,
Dunny.
so I have.
Yeah.
I think you and Smithers have the most consistently gifted things in chats, and you don't even want yours.
I don't. The thing is, I don't want donations. Like, spend that money elsewhere. Like, that's just me. Like, I appreciate it. That's your money. You spend it elsewhere. Ad revenue is different. That's based on formulas and shit that I don't really comprehend. Donations.
That's the man. That's money from the man.
Because I don't think you can actually limit donations on YouTube. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I have no idea. I don't really care. Anyways, Ivan on point again. See if you can get a kill with the player in all whites.
We'll all just sit back and enjoy our hymns commercials.
The stream is sponsored by Lysol. Ivan's running away.
Legion's starting to get cap pressure now.
Legion pushing up the gut. Ivan.
I must be in a different demographic if all my ads are for hymns.
Says OP in the middle of the field slightly. Out of reach.
Smart play. You don't want him to be.
You don't want to be next
on the
to
other
a
side of the
building.
house.
Does run up next to Tobias, who is throwing a smoke or a frag grenade next to Dane. And we'll kill Dane with said frag grenade. He is running up.
76. Dane right here.
He's dead, so is Ivan.
Oh, you're dead too.
Mr. Howard will take them down. Honestly, I don't know.
So I
what to
must say though, I mean, it's nice not having to talk for a full hour and a half. And it's nice having a few other minds, a few other commentators on this.
Oh, it's so much easier. Like when me and Caparzo were
My
doing
humor
this
would get
with,
so dry.
with game POVs, and like we had this actually came up earlier before you decided to come back after your test, Caparzo, was the gold semifinal between HLE and Merc, like over a year and a half ago.
On Hurtgen, right?
Yeah, Hurricane Forest, the shut it down stream, when we're like, all right, let's
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back to Joe.
Oh
that
my
came
God,
back
dude.
up. Back in those
the panic
days,
that I had, the panic that I had hearing that in my headphones while streaming it, where the whole tanker's like, "Well, shut it down," and I was like,
it's actually
and
easy.
I was frantically going to check my stream to make sure it was on delay, and it was. So I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. But the show had to go on.
It's easier to talk with somebody, and something that I am going to be doing if I actually wake up in time is doing a live game analysis of Taco 6 during Smithers stream. So I'm pretty much going to be watching Smithers stream and giving my own thoughts and opinions live during that, just as like extra quote-unquote content. It's something like I've wanted to do for some time. I see see people on Rainbow Six Siege do it, so it's something that I want to do. Just maybe add something a little bit different. Maybe people are interested, maybe they're not. I have no idea. I don't really care. I can do what I want.
When is that game a week?
That's at 5 a.m.
This is my channel.
It's very early in the morning. It's one of those games. You know, Taco 6, they like playing at 4 a.m. EST. I think they're... When are they actually playing?
The championship happening at like 4 a.m.
Well,
this last year was it broke my heart because like as much as I love this game and this competitive scene, like I can't do that, man.
Smithers is dedicated to the grind.
Shout out Smithers, 100%.
It's 4 a.m. my time on January 25th. I might not make that, to be completely honest, as Legion will start the 5th final cap points.
I mean, credit to all the OCL players too. They're the ones that always have to get up at the 5 o'clock in the morning. I know 22nd has a few of them over there, and it's rough sometimes for them. Big spawn
Oh my
wave.
goodness. Wow.
Bomber going right over the top of it, though. That is the check about to be made.
Yeah, that's pretty much gonna be
Yeah,
it.
just
Thank
completely
God.
cut them off.
This took honestly an hour longer than I thought it would.
What happened to that
Critical
guy?
teams.
But, you know, that is what it is as T-Back in the HQ, unless Fatal wants to kill him. No, he will not. He will be a good sport about it. Half-Track in the HQ. Half-Track is in the HQ, 479. Maybe some will spawn in it, maybe some won't.
Uh-oh. Fatal. It's the artillery gun is calling to him.
Don't do it. Boop is back here as well.
Very dangerous, Wolf being back there.
Very, well, people actually
He's
spawn a
using him as a
half-track.
human shield. It's not a game misconduct if they shoot their own artilleryman. Oh, he did go for the
Fucks up
flare.
the flare kill.
I mean, just imagine what's going through
And there we
T-Back's
go. There's
head
a
there.
knife, and that will be the game. But that will be the game. GG's
Cool.
to both teams. 79th actually not doing too bad, especially in the second half of that game. After the first initial reset. I have nothing else to say. To be completely honest, this was
That was fun.
a cat. I just talked for an hour.
It
And that's
was
pretty
a
much
game.
It.
I appreciate you guys letting me join for the cast part, but I'll bow out so you guys can have all the discussion you want about the rankings.
I don't know what the.
Good luck.
I definitely need luck. So we're actually going to
I'm
get
gonna
into
give,
it ASAP. I am not stopping
Quick before all the Legion players
whatsoever.
join.
Legion can just rewatch the stream back. I don't care what they say. They can just rewatch the stream
They-
back.
You won't get their comments in real time. There you go. Hurry before they all jump in.
Yeah, so thank you for joining Night Falcon. It was a pleasure. I will maybe see you tomorrow. I'm going to eat my ham while Caparzo probably drinks a glass of water.
Yeah, we'll see each other because we're playing in a match tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I
We're
gotta
playing
command it.
TFC for the real first place finals to do too.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see ya.
See you. Have a good one.
Night.
All right, Caparzo, we're still alive. I don't care what you have going on in your life. We're still alive.
I'll stay for the first couple. Okay, that's the bargain I'm gonna make.
All right, so we'll kind of speed run this. So after this very long Legion bullshit game that we had to stream because Maho wanted to, and so did Tony and others, we're gonna get into kind of our predictions, or at least my predictions. Maybe Caparzo, since he's been gone for like half a millennia, for the Division 5-1 finals. One kind of being a little bit of a caveat because one does have a semifinal they have to replay because, yeah. But Division 5 will be between ROPS and SAP, going to be played on Foy Day. I did not actually get the freaking midpoints because, yeah, I just forgot. I forget what midpoint we are actually playing. I believe it is Southern Edge. Let me just double check that.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Foy Day, Southern Edge.
The regular season match between these two guys was insane.
Yeah, so SAP will be Axis on Southern Edge. Roths did end up winning at 4-1. Pretty much a 3-2 game until like the last 6 minutes or so when Roths decided to put one SL into the hard cap of SAP's fourth cap and did end up capping that to win 4-1. And then obviously, you can see on screen right now, SAP winning against 75th. Actually 5-0, believe it or not, against 75th in the semifinal matchup. So honestly, I think this is going to be a 3-2 game. Foy, one of those maps where you just don't see too many 4-1s or even 5-0s unless it's a obviously mismatch matchup or team majorly fucks up. I'm honestly going to probably take Oh, this is actually really hard because SAP is a very, sound team. Same with Rofs. Rofs has been around for a while. SAP really impressed me week one. They did play week one, obviously, but, a lot has happened in between now and then. It's a tough one. It's a really, honestly, a coin toss. On paper, Rofs is the team to win. I do have them winning 3-2 in a very close matchup. Um, but I don't know. How about you, Caparzo? What do you have for Roth's SAP D5 in a 40s format
I,
game?
I do remember watching the time when these two teams played in the regular season, and it was a insane match on Utah, I believe. And I think that this one is as close as you can get. I'm so glad that these two teams are the ones that are playing in the finals. So I'm gonna go with the experience of Rofs here over SAP, but I genuinely think this is probably the best finals matchup um, that could have came out of this division, and I'm really happy to have one of these two teams win the championship. Both, it's if any game you're gonna say this is the one game I'm gonna watch in all these finals, watch this one, guys. This is a really good one.
Yeah, and I think I don't want to not necessarily knock on the Southern Americans slash Brazilians, but I just don't see these teams honestly really playing any sort of Foy or Kharkov or any of those winter maps. I just don't see them play OCL, maybe Goat here and there. I don't see SAP playing them at all. I'm actually starting to get into the Rainbow Six Siege format of what teams actually like to play versus not like to play, because at the end of the day, it's also what teams are more comfortable with relative to the midpoint. Southern Edge, I think, is obviously, I think you can agree, the most balanced midpoint between either side on Foy. And, it being Foy and then obviously SAP being Axis, they're probably more comfortable playing Axis on Foy rather than Allies. I think most teams are like that. But I just don't see the Brazilians playing Foy that often. You don't see that in rotation either. So it's going to be very interesting. I think Rofs is a lot more, experience on Foy. They've played Foy many times in the past in a competitive setting, so that's why I kind of lean towards Rofs in that, decision. Um, Going on to Division 4, we have MSU versus KRRC on Carentan Day. MSU will be Axis. For some reason, Donnie is saying Charlie Kirk, or we are Charlie Kirk. I don't know why you're saying that. But okay. Karen Day will be on Town Center. Again, very balanced midpoint, kind of same with Train Station. Again, MSU is Axis. They did play, I forget exactly what week. I did have it post up. I think they played on PHL Day where MSU was Axis on Carentan Causeway. I totally forget which week they exactly played in.
That's a brutal map.
They played on week 5. So PHL Carentan Day, MSU won 3-2. So KRC still held on for a 3-2 loss as opposed to a 4-1 loss. But Carentan Causeway, just going back to that game, Carentan Causeway will favor the Axis 9 times out of 10. The
Right.
one time out of 10 being the Legion 6th final a year ago, almost to the day. Not really at all, but
One of the greatest games that's ever been casted.
Oh, love that game. I got many views. Um, but Karen Day, MSU Axis, KRC Allies. I'm gonna go with MSU still. They seem to be obviously being the cream of the crop for this division. Obviously it's a number 1 and number 2 seed. They did go in a 3-2 game, but KRC, honestly, I would not be surprised to see a KRC win. This D3 or D4, D5 matchups are actually being played in the following weekend, so not this exact weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, but the following weekend. So I could touch up on this next weekend whenever I feel like it or want to, but it's an interesting game to say the least. How about you, Caparzo? Who do you
What
have?
remind me the map and the faction really quick.
Carentan Day, MSU is Axis on Town Center.
Okay. Right off the bat, that makes me like the Germans. I think Town Center is like the best point in the game for the Germans. All the things that they do better than the Allies are done even more better. That's not a word or a phrase, but it's true. They are more better on Town Center. So on that fact alone, I like MSU. And on top of that, MSU has been a great team all season. Haven't caught a lot of their games of late, but in the early part of the season, they're always a contender and a team that I think does a lot of the things that you need to do right. And that's not to say that KRC doesn't. They're an experienced team that have been around for a very long time with people that have been doing this for a very long time. So, this is even. As you can see, they're the first and second seed. So, but I'll give the edge to MSU based on that faction at midpoint. I think that really favors them nicely and the game that they like to play.
Yeah, and I think one thing like I think a lot of people know like KRC likes to do that like lawn flanking garrison. I mean, a lot of teams do that
Right.
like nowadays, but KRC, I guess, quote unquote, is known for that. The thing that they like MSU is gonna have to go into the game with is them knowing that, but like they can realistically only do that to the southern side of Town Center. You really can't do that
Right.
to the north just because of the actual canal crossing. So KRC is going to be
And even
slightly limited in that kind of factor if they don't have mid,
and
I
even
should
if,
say.
right, like, and if you even can do that, like where you're talking about getting in the South and doing it there, I agree with you 100%. But when you get past a certain point, you're gonna have to go down road A, B, or C. And if MSU has prepared this point even a little bit, they're gonna know that too. And on Town Center, I started this season saying this a lot, but I really felt like the big thing that the evolution that could happen this season was going to be in the realm of buildables and fortifications. And Town Center is like the perfect use case for it. A couple barbed wires go so far to just completely shutting down a whole like way to push. So like you just can't push from the southwest anymore. Sorry, like there's two barbed wires. So I think that that's always fun to watch on Carentan, and the things that don't get used often elsewhere being put into production, and trying to take every little bit of advantage you can.
Yeah, I mean, I know we played in a few Town Center games in 7th back in the day, almost 2 years ago. I
Right.
remember the one. I remember the one game against 3-5 where we built up Town Center for some freaking reason, but it was actually like around the
Played
hard cap,
recon that game.
and Francis was crashing out in command chat about barbed wire. Um, but
Barbed wire.
no, like I think it's gonna be a 3-2 game. Like obviously, people are gonna talk about KRC if they have ruins and how ruins is a dog shit fourth point. Obviously, everyone knows that is ruins is terrible. We all know that at this point, but like to push off of it is not as bad as people think. Like you could literally put the garrison on front door and still be fine to attack and defend Town Center and ruins, so it's not as bad as people think. Obviously, if you do have mid as allies with ruins, you're gonna have to do some maneuvering of garrisons here and there at points if you do have it. But I still am gonna have MSU. I would honestly not be surprised if they 4-1 KRC if they do get ruins. Carentan is a very odd map for the allies to defend. It's just one of those maps where like you either win 3-2 or lose 4-1. I just always had that feeling. It's always one of that as the allies. But I like to be surprised and proven wrong all the time. But obviously this is in 2 weeks. Who knows what's going on in the world of Hell Loose these days. Division 3, a grudge match. R22R versus 101A. Oh boy, these teams played each other earlier in the season on Utah Beach, the exact same midpoint where 101A lost 3-2. I think the exact factions, if I do so remember. I can't read my own handwriting because I just can't. But they're playing on on Utah Day, WN4 101A is Axis, so this does favor the Allies for the mid cap. Honestly, if it was night, I would maybe give 101A a little bit better of a chance to win, but I'm just gonna flat out say R22R 3-2. W14, it's the northern point of. I could actually bring it up on screen. I should probably do that because I did that last week. Hold on one second if I can. I am a very good YouTuber streamer. Very good. I fucking exited out of Chrome. Jesus Christ. Bros, I'm so sorry you have to deal with me.
It's okay.
Even though you haven't had to deal with me in like over a month.
I think R22R is favored too. I like R22R. And WN4 I think is a really fun point on this map. Chapel, obviously we all know the ally favor there, and WN7 could kind of boil down after the opener into kind of nothingness. But I think WN4 gives you the best game, and we've seen some really good games on this, particularly in like the non D1, D2 divisions. So I like R22R. I think that they've improved the way that any young team could ever hope to improve that way. Like they are the blueprint for that. And I really, think that they can beat 101A here. 101A had a great season as well. They won D3 last year as well.
I think they won
So,
D3. I think they're like the only team that didn't technically move up in the division because they kind of just didn't play anything after last TPL season, I think.
Right, because they didn't play in Summit and they weren't.
I low-key thought they disbanded. I apologize if I thought that, but like I low-key thought y'all disbanded. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, so this will be a good one. I think this is one that I'll definitely be watching.
Yeah, I
but
think
R22R in a close 3-2, I'd say.
I forget who is exactly streaming this game. I know this is basically a poor man's Insiders podcast episode at this point in time, but Smithers and Igashima are going to be streaming this at 8:30 p.m. EST, so check them out tomorrow night. But as you can see on screen, this is kind of the map and kind of the very poor, terrible opener for each team of just lines going to around the midpoint. It's roughly, it's very simple. You kind of just go north, middle, and south of WN4. It's very simple and easy. Like, you're going to try to take the main road if you're Axis, try to get some of the people in the hard cap. The allies will do kind of borderline the exact same thing, and then some people by Chapel fighting over by grandma's house or grandpa's house or wherever the hell we call it. It's going to be one of those games. I fought ANZR last Summit season, but it was Utah Night. Very fun matchup, very close matchup, a very fun point to fight over, but it's daytime, so it's honestly going to come down to armor play, in my personal opinion. It's going to come down to if 101A can keep their armor alive longer than R22R, and if they can take advantage of armor situations. Because if they can't, it's going to be an uphill battle, because it is one of those points. Even if they do somehow miraculously go up 3-2, it's still a point where you can quickly lose it if you don't get the north or the hard cap. Like this sector right here where I'm circling, if you don't get that, if you're 101A, you're probably not going to win the game. It's just one of those points. It's a very tricky point to hold as allies in a competitive setting. Pubs are different, obviously, but in a competitive setting, I think it's different. I still think R22R does take it 3-2. Maybe it's a 2-2. I haven't said 2-2 in a long time. So, it is what it is. But going on to Division 2, 9PZ, and then HLE.
We're still looking at Maps Let Loose, FYI.
It's still looking at Maps Let Loose. Is it actually?
Yes.
All right. Is it still?
No.
All right. I'm terrible at my job. I actually did not switch over my thing. So 9PZ versus HLE. They played on Omaha Beach, where 9PZ won 3-2 as Axis. But this time around, they're going to be playing Cursed Frickin' Day. Yamke. What are we doing, boys? HLE will be Axis on Yamke. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck's going to win this.
What a nightmare Yamke is.
What?
I mean, it's not Oleg, so we can thank
I mean,
ourselves. Thank God for
Caparzo,
that.
you missed last weekend where a team that was 0-5 in the regular season won on Oleg's Yamke.
I gotta watch that because possible.
It was against the 79th. DBL won against 79th on Oleg's Yamke.
Oh, that's incredible.
It was just one of those things where you airhead last ditch effort and they just end up capping it and winning it.
To be honest, that's probably the only like replicable way to win that match.
Honestly, apparently it flipped a few times. I actually didn't watch the match, but it's gonna be a barn burner of a game. I think it's gonna be probably a close game, but this game, like Kursk, is one of those games where just one of those maps where if you lose or get contested on 4th point, even if you get contested to quarter caps, like, and you have to force like a decent amount of infantry back to defense, it resets you almost for the entirety of the game because it's Kursk. And like Kursk is one of those maps where you just don't want to lose any sort of ground from either team. It especially Curse Day. Like Curse Day is just awful. Like obviously HLE Armor's gonna have to play like their best game. 9PZ Armor's gonna have to play their best game. Obviously, it's going to also come down to infantry. I heard Raz is back for HLE, so good on them. They get their best shooter back. Obviously, there was a Cronus issue that happened with HLE in 22nd, but we'll get to that. At least I'll get to that later. But as far as this game goes, honestly, I think I'm going to go with HLE 3-2 against 9PZ. I think I'm going to go with HLE like 3-2 on Yamke. I think HLE finally wins their first real championship ever in 5 years, 6 years, how long this game's been out.
I'll play the contrarian for you. I'll go with 9PZ just because I think that they've been a great team all season long. The game that they played against HLE during the regular season was on El Al, right?
No, it was on Omaha Beach, whatever the North Place was. Whatever the what is it? West Fireville? I forget.
Yes. I think you're right. I remember watching that too. That was a great game too. So I think, let's.
What is it? I'm just gonna go to Omaha real quick.
Kurt.
West Fireville. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Curse. So yeah, we're gonna be playing on Yamke. Like obviously there's like a hill that's like right here and then a hill that's like right here for both tanks to kind of basically camp on top of. It's like are you seeing this hill right now? I don't even know what the stream is. I'll just go to the stream. Is the stream seeing this?
No, it's on what do you call it? The power rankings.
I think I switched it.
I don't see it on your stream.
I don't care.
There it is. Okay.
But anyways, like that's where roughly the hill is on each team, like give or take 20 meters. It's just one of those maps where, well, first of all, I hate fucking Kursk. I just don't like it. It's just one of my personal non-favorites. I like playing it occasionally. I just don't like it. I just think Axis are slightly better for Yamke than the Allies are. I think Allies are better at windmills, and that's pretty much it. Yamke, it's obvious. I think it's more of a coin toss, but I feel like Axis get the first cap still 9 times out of 10, just based on the actual hard cap. So that's why I kind of have to go with HLE. I just think they do I just think they will do a tad bit better. I just personally think that. But, it's also cursed, so I don't know what the fuck will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, the opener is going to dictate a lot of where this game goes, just because Kursk is what it is, and daytime.
Yeah, I did stream a Kursk day game. I think it was like a 30s game. and it was like and the Axis team did a 5-tank opener where it was like 65% of their team was in tanks. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
You just
Like,
gotta try something sometimes.
I mean, you do, but they all got one popped by recons and the medium, so it's like, why are you streaming their scrim? They asked me to. Liberju or Hero.
Love you, hero.
So D2, I'm gonna say HLE 3-2. I really
And
don't
I'll take
care
the
if
other side of that,
9PZ
just 3-2.
says anything to me. I really don't care. But we're gonna go into D1. You can kind of ignore what you see on screen right now, just because I mean it's not finalized. Taco's not in technically the final unless they win on Sunday morning. But sixth Taco, we can. Can I cross this? I don't think I can cross this out. I think I actually can. Hold on. I think I go to docs.
Get your little draw tool out there.
I gotta find my draw tool. I don't know where it's at. I haven't used it in a while. Oh man, I gotta update my draw tool.
Best of 3, Taco in 6th.
Yeah,
Goes to the final.
I said they should do a best of 9.
Yeah, you're probably right on that, honestly.
But 6th and Taco replaying a game, Town Center, 6 allies, Taco Axis. They played in the regular season in Hurricane where Taco won 3-2, flipped multiple times in the game, US West. Taco won the initial leggy ass matchup 3-2, where 6 was holding for the majority of the game, but 6 and Taco, I think, are the 2 closest teams of all time, to be completely honest. I think they're more close than they are to each other than they are to Legion. I'm not saying Legion will win the final. Obviously, the map bans have to dictate to some degree that final, but who do you have winning this semifinal matchup between 6 and Taco on Carentan?
I mean, it's hard.
Town Center.
It's hard. It's hard to say anything other than Taco, just because they won this exact same thing not 2 weeks ago. So based on what we have the most recent example of, you'd say Taco. It's just gonna come down to how much film is going to be done by 6 to try to maybe counter exactly what Taco did. But then what's Taco going to do? They're probably not going to do the exact same thing either. Like, is that going to be better or worse for their opener? Should they just do what they did before? It is a big mental game going on right now between these two teams, like in the background right now. So it's if there's one thing we do know, is that these two teams play each other closer than any two teams have, like, historically, and this goes back multiple seasons now. So I think the real winner is the viewer.
Too. Like, it's honestly going back to even last TPL season final where that game was super close. Like, and then throughout Summit, like, they were neck and neck the entire season, like, in their games.
Like,
and
not just multiple cap changes, like multiple cap changes. It's these games are must watch. It's just a shame that they're at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. depending on where you live. But I think the pressure is on Taco to win this. Obviously, there's really, if I was in the 6th, I'd feel next to no pressure in a game like this. So how does that factor into it? I think people don't factor the human condition into these games sometimes. So I just wonder how all that's going to play out. But I do think Taco is probably going to win just because they just proved themselves on this exact same. So that's my justification there.
Yeah, so for me, this is a very tricky one because I do want to say 6th, but my gut is telling me to go with Taco because technically on this map and this midpoint on Town Center, or not Town Center, Train State, or whatever fucking train yard we're playing on, it's actually an Axis favored cap to a little bit better of a degree. They just can get more bodies into the sector a tad bit quicker than the allies can. That's just how the map is laid out. That's why usually Axis cap more than allies. And obviously, if you're to the north, like even like 75 meters above the hard cap of that cap, you're out of sector. So it's also dictated of how many people are in the town center sector as opposed to the actual
Right.
sector of the mid cap, because like there's a big gap of the southern sector that's just kind of like empty space that no one likes fighting in but has to fight in, that doesn't want to fight in but still has to fight in. It's a very like annoying part of the map to fight in my personal experience playing this map throughout my entire career. It's a very odd place to fight in. It's like just something typical you don't fight in. You're usually fighting over, town center, like the streets of town center, or the side of the map of like the complete opposite side of the map by canal crossing. Like you
Mhm.
typically just don't fight on the border of train station or whatever we're calling it. I don't even know if that's the right
Yeah.
midpoint or not. It's just one of those midpoints where it's just I don't like fighting on the very far southern part. It's just not fun. Unless you're a tanker, maybe, because you like
Mm.
sitting in the tank and not wanting to die to Artie every other life. But I'm going to still go with Taco 3-2. I think it's the exact same point layout as it was in their
Yeah, it should
initial.
be.
It's like the same situation as WRTB 3.5. If you guys don't remember that, WRTB 3.5 played actually Cursed Day, I think Yampke, and like there was an issue with the bot where like someone like in the muster someone was on Artie and apparently got a kill with Artie, so they were the
Right.
dedicated Artie player, and then it fucked up the bots in the opener where someone was on the Artie gun and it killed like the driver and like another tank driver or something. It was just like a fucked up start, so they had to redo the match. So exact same point layout, same everything, just hopefully a clean server this time around. So it's a more even fight for both teams, because when you do lag and stutter and pretty much teleport 10 meters, that does affect a gunfight. That will affect an OP spawn. That will affect you getting a kill and not getting a kill, getting a garrison spawn, even capping a point. So those things do add up over the course of the game, and I think this being a more even quote unquote playing field hopefully will be more of a competitive atmosphere than what we had to unfortunately witness. um
Right.
Hopefully for Orga's sake it's a taco win. If it's a sixth win, I am not going to be on Discord
Oh
Sunday
boy.
morning. I am muting notifications, especially at Orga pings, and all concerns and comments can go to Bear Jew and Beef. um
Yep.
yeah, so that's kind of all I have for the prediction stream. Obviously, I will try to do something for Legion and Six/Taco unless they want a coalition a final together, which probably will never happen. Um, any last thoughts, Caparzo, before I start my own personal rant?
No, no. I'm definitely happy to be back and getting back into it during such an exciting part of the season. So, looking forward to getting back into casting a little bit and easing my way back in. I don't know if I'll have as much time as I used to, but definitely on the weekends, I'm excited to get back in with everyone. And I missed you all, and no one's happier to be back than me. So. Look forward to having my own cast and having you on the channel again, Awake, and think it'll be really good. But I'll let you have your rant now, and I'll definitely be watching, as I wind down my day here. But good chatting, Awake. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you too. I'll see you later, buddy. I'm
All
gonna
right,
take like
see you, dude.
a 10-second break. I just need to drink some water and eat a food real quick, and then we will get into the rant that I've been talking about the Cronus usage in competitive Hella Loose or Hella Loose in general. So just give me a few seconds to do that. All right. All right. All right. I don't. I mean, you can call me Bear Jew. I don't really care. I just need to set some stuff up real quick. I just don't want this background. I don't even know. Can I? Let me see something real quick. Let me turn this off. All right. I honestly I should probably put this as my background. Fuck it. We're gonna do this. Um, fuck it. I don't really care. I'm gonna do what I want. I can do what I want. It's my stream. So yes, so the whole Cronus 22nd versus HLE situation of what my personal thoughts and opinions are on this. I had told people that I am going to be unbiased between Orga. I am going to speak for myself. I'm going to speak for not 22nd. I'm not going to speak for Orga. I'm not going to speak for anybody but my own personal thoughts and opinions as in Awake. Not anybody, so I'm not affiliated with anybody, so everybody can clear those misconceptions right now. I'm not in favor of anybody but my own thoughts, if I can even think about my thoughts right now. I'm just making sure. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, there was a situation that happened in the semifinals matchup between 22nd, my own team that I play for, and HLE, where HLE 132. There was a player on their team called Blanco, or I don't know what the fuck his name is. Anyways, it doesn't really matter at this point. He was basically convicted of asking for scripts in the Cronus Discord. Basically, he asked for pretty much cheats in the Discord. Not confirmed to be using Cronus, not freed of not owning a Cronus, I guess, if my words can say right, I guess. Anyways, so yeah, a whole lot of drama has happened after that. And I do want to clear up some things that people do think about Cronus. First of all, Cronus, it does not increase your KD. It assists in helping you do that. You do not go from, let's say your average kills per game is 60. It does not make your average kills go from 60 to 160. That is impossible. You still have to aim your damn gun. You still have to line up the person and shoot him. It is not an aimbot. It is not a wall hack. It is just a macro. And what a macro is, it's pretty much an inhuman assist that happens to your gun. So pretty much what a Cronus is, it's pretty much recoil macros, which pretty much give you no recoil for any gun. So like if you were to shoot a Thompson without trying to, control the recoil, it goes up and to the right or up and to the left or wherever it goes. If you were to shoot a Thompson without doing anything, it just shoots straight. Doesn't do anything. It just shoots straight. It's a laser beam. That's pretty much the gist of it, even though there is some other things you can do with the Cronus. That's the main reason why people use it, is for recoil control. He seems to know a lot about Cronus. Yeah, because I actually researched the stuff. I don't just assume stuff. I do a lot of research in the background at my own time and my own accord. So that's pretty much the gist of a Cronus, is it just gives you better recoil control. Now, when it comes to that player using or not using a Cronus, we cannot confirm or deny that. Just based on no evidence of his gameplay, unless he provides a full VOD of that entire game, or clips associated within the last 2.5 to 3 months. Awake, are you crisps? What? I don't know what you mean. Yeah. That's Cronus. It's not a wall hack. It's not an aimbot. I don't know why people assume like if you own a Cronus, you're gonna drop like double the amount or 50% more kills in a game. Realistically speaking, if I'm gonna be completely honest, it gives you roughly 7 to 9 kills extra in a game. If I'm going to be completely honest, now obviously that's my assumption. I have no fucking clue. I don't use a Cronus. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a dipshit. That's pretty much what I assume. Like, you still have to use your fucking D-pad, locate the target, and shoot him. You don't have to use this trigger to... I don't care if I'm blue. It's because my PC is fucking... Hold on, I can change it real quick. The reason why I'm blue is because my PC lights are blue. That's the main reason why. I can change it. Hold on. I really don't want to change it because I actually like the way the way the colors are. See, if I change it to white, it looks like shit. I don't care. I'm gonna keep it blue. Is that a Crohn's controller? No, it's a Elite controller. I just have it taped right here because I wore it down a lot. So yeah, Cronus only affects you so much. It's not like an aimbot. It's not going to give you 100 plus kills a game on average. I will say this though. You still try to solicit scripts. You still try to gain an advantage. Elite, yeah, sus. I mean, Elite controllers are in the rulebooks, Hero. I don't know what you have to say. It's in the rulebook. You still tried the cheat. Now, whether like every single kill was assisted by a Cronus, that's obviously to be determined. It's hard to determine that unless we get the full game VOD. I just hope people understand that Cronus in Hell Let Loose, it's honestly not as big of a deal as people pointed out to be. Now, I'm not saying it's, it's still wrong to use one. If you use one, you're just a fucking loser to begin with. You have to cheat in a fucking video game where the only top prize is to fucking put a fucking paper on your damn fridge. Like, if you have to cheat in Hell Let Loose to gain a 6-kill advantage, by all means, you should just be an arty player at this point. I'm gonna compare it to Rainbow Six Siege a little bit. I kind of thought about this while I was thinking like the past year and a half. In Rainbow Six Siege, it's round based. It's a 5v5 game mode. You are 20% of the team, and Hell Let Loose competitive, you are 2% of the team on like roughly like 2.5, like 2.1% of the team or whatever. So the effect that you have in Rainbow Six Siege is more impactful in that game than you are in Hell Let Loose. But in Hell Let Loose, you still have an impact on your team regardless of what you do. So if you were to get 5 kills in a round, you kill the entire enemy team. That's an ace. But you could still lose the next 4 rounds in a row and lose 4-1. And nothing will be done about it. The other team probably doesn't think you're using a Cronus. But over time, in Hell Let Loose, you can actually affect the game more over time because it's an hour-and-a-half game than it is in a 5-round, 2.5-minute, 3-minute game on Rainbow Six Siege. So it's kind of like in that middle of like, that's pretty much it. As far as me and 22nd goes, like personally, I don't want to speak for 22nd. Obviously my teammates are probably not the happiest bunch of people in the world about the ruling. I think there should be something done. Technically, we do have grounds for a rematch because he did top our second top frag on HLE. He did have an impact. I just think the message that was sent to the reps was the wrong message. It is what it is. I'm not salty about it. Personally, I don't give a fuck. It's a video game. I play to have fun. That's what we all do. We play to have fun, get a little bit competitive. That's about it. I'm probably the most competitive player in this game because I actually won shit in real life more than any of you guys probably have. That's just how I view it. Yeah, if anybody wants to call, you're free to call. 150 to 200 kill difference is the difference between a 3-2 and a 4-1. I mean, I forget what the kill difference is. I honestly haven't looked at it because this is in the past at this point. He did, but one player doesn't kill the aspect of an overall match. I mean, you're not wrong, Liberju. One player doesn't really affect the overall aspect of a match, but they do influence the aspect of the match. That's what the main part of my conversation is he still influenced the outcome of the match. Not saying he was the sole aspect. Obviously, it's a team game. There's 48 other people, but he influenced the game in some way. he influenced his teammates to do a little bit better because they got better positioning because of his gameplay of a potential use of a Cronus. You also have to take that into account. You have to take everything into account when someone is cheating. Just because one player drops 92 kills does not mean it assisted in other people dropping, 10 more kills than their average or 5 more kills than their average or whatever the case may be. Obviously, we're talking about averages, we're talking about hypotheticals, but, that is what it is. Why didn't Merc get a replay when LGN were caught Nasty and Kilo cheating? The main reason why Nasty and Kilo a replay was never caught is because Nasty and Kilo also never, I think at the time, played a game for LGN that season. I think that was before the actual Premier League. I think that was during the People's League. But that's all speculations. Yeah, but you also have to take that into account, is what I'm saying. You still have to take, to some degree, speculations into account. Obviously, they're speculations, but you still have to take those into account. I'm not saying you have to ban HLE or forfeit them or replay the match. You just have to look at the broader picture. Yeah, Taco 6, there's no speculation the server performance. Yeah, I don't even want to get into the Taco 6 thing. I mean, yeah, that's cut and dry. Nasty was with EXO during his accusation. I thought Nasty was still with Legion because I thought that was like a year ago before EXO. Kilo 100% played. I don't fucking know. I quit Hell Let Loose during that time frame. I wasn't in Orga until like what? End of season 1? Awake, what is your schedule for the streaming these days? It seems random. It honestly is random. I just been super busy with work and IRL shit. Not like Caparzo where he just disappeared and reappeared all of a sudden. I just have been busy day to day. Like I have honestly could have been streaming every single day for like the past like 2 months. I just like doing other stuff. Like I've been into Pokemon cards lately. That's what I've been mainly doing because I'm actually earning money on it. There are dates of screenshots or before when they joined LGN. Well, I don't really care about Puddles and Puddles and Nasty at this time because that's also a year ago. I really don't care what happened a year ago. Did anybody call me on Discord? If I did, I'd totally like. Who sent me a friend request on Discord? Oh, Rex did. I am just saying there's been a standard for punishment, that's all. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong there, but also at the same time, those were also shitters that never had a kill outcome than what Blocko had. That's just being like, I don't know if Keel or Nasty dropped like, like above 70 kills, for example. That's just, when someone drops 92 kills and then they are, found to be having, soliciting scripts, that just raises a red flag. It's like, well, how many of those kills are technically legit? Kilo was a baller. I mean, Kilo has been confirmed on Cronus. I think we all can agree on that because he uses it on Rainbow Six Siege, but he said he doesn't use it on Hell Let Loose. Honestly, and completely honest, like Hell Let Loose using a Cronus is the dumbest thing imaginable. Like you're gonna get like 2 extra kills a game because you can die multiple ways while on Siege. Like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna die to a gunfight. Yeah, every situation is different. I mean, that's why we have to take it into consideration all the past. All right, Wood, you don't have to say the GOAT guy averaged 5 kills and was using Cronus. But at the same time, it's like you can't also use the excuse then of saying he should be averaging 150 kills. Blocko has always been hitting big kill games. That's why we got him the first place and went from Taco. I blame Monkey Tennis. Do you make money from scalping? No, I fucking sell slabs. See this shit? It's $300 in my hand right now, baby. Actually, it's like 400 now. But I don't scalp. I'm not a fucking degenerate that waits outside of a Walmart for 2.5 hours in sub 5-degree weather. He's a scumbag, not gonna defend them. I mean, I don't like you don't have to defend him. I'm just saying like it is what it is. Like, I don't blame HLE for not like you don't know if anybody's using a Cronus unless you look at his VODs. That's the main thing that I wanna like, push out is I want people to record their full gameplays at this point. Because you can actually defend yourself or you can actually have a case to defend yourself if you record your full game VODs. I do that every single game. Like I type on my keyboard during my comp games because I did actually had to do that during our HLE game because apparently someone couldn't reconnect to the server because they forgot their password. Do you sell Jake Paul? No. What? Ludwig, if your name is Dylan Woods, I swear to God, I'm gonna mute you in TPL for like 2 weeks and just bully you. Especially if you lose the 9PZ. If you lose the 9PZ, I'm gonna be very upset. No, but I do want to get back into streaming. It's just that I've been busy over the last like 5 months. Like, well, technically 3.5, but I just been busy with like work and stuff. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Dude, that fucking Legion game took way too long. That's my name. Dylan Woods. You're the 1,461 Dylan Woods ever named and created by God and your mother and father. God rest their souls. That's honestly all I have to say. Like, honestly, people I think are overblowing the whole Corona situation. I understand 22nd guys are really upset and they have the right to be upset. I'm just saying that like people just honestly should do their own research like I have done. I've sunk countless hours into researching cheats in Hell Let Loose and other games. Like I've watched Rainbow Six Siege stuff. I watch Hell Let Loose cheat stuff. I watch Valorant cheat stuff. I watch every single thing first person shooter that you can about cheating and how to prevent it and how it's implemented and how it's emulated in games and how to detect it and catch it. Obviously, the Cronus Discord where idiots lie and try to solicit scripts is a very big help, but at the same time, it's not the only thing. There's also Zim, which is, I think, in my opinion, a lot worse, and then also Jittermod, which pretty much makes the M1 Grand and STG, which you guys haven't seen that yet, and trust me, you do not want to see that yet or at all. But there's a lot of things that go behind the scenes of cheats in video games that a lot of people do not know about, and that I have done probably more research on than anybody in this community at this point. I don't want to like toot my own horn, but I have spent probably at least 9 to 10 days of my life just looking at stuff about cheats, and it's honestly interesting for me to say the least. I don't know shit about like scripts or code or anything like that. I dropped out of my coding class in college, so it is what it is. But that's me. Please write a novel on it. Fuck no. I actually technically wrote a novel on like a really shitty book in high school where I wrote like a 29,000 word article about something. Steak. No, we're not a gambling website. I'm not that low. But yeah. If anybody has anything to say, I'm gonna end stream in about a minute and a half. So it's an hour or 2 hours and 5 minutes. So if you have any last questions or comments, I will answer them before the 2 hour and 5 minute mark. And if not, I will end the stream and you can ask me in the TPL chat. But I just want people to be more informed about cheats and how Cronus, it affects gameplay to a degree is unknown unless we actually look at gameplay. And if you are someone that uses it, you're kind of dog shit at the game. That's pretty much it. And I also want to put this out there. even if you are good at the game and you average, let's say, 80 kills in a game and you use a Cronus, the reason why people do that is to get that little slight edge. You know, pros and other esports have been caught using it, even at LAN events, for fuck's sake. So it's not uncommon that a good player tries to cheat in a game. That's all I'm saying. Oh wait, call me like dog shit. No, your airheads are dog shit. Are you excited for Summit? I'm optimistic for Summit. The fear that I have for Summit is it's going to happen, and then all of a sudden T17 is going to release Hell Let Loose Vietnam like the last like 2 or 3 weeks when Summit ends, and it's just gonna fuck everything up. Yeah. Hell Let Loose average. Yes, you are right, loot up. Hell Let Loose Elite is indeed average. That's gonna do it for me. That is my rant. I honestly could probably go on longer, but I honestly forgot probably 25 to 35% of what I wanted to say. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna say. That's pretty much going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all tomorrow, and also for Sunday morning, because I'm going to be doing a special stream, actually live reviewing the 6th and tackle match live. So that will be fun, something a little bit different that I want to do and provide content for this game as long as I can, because this game is indeed dying and we need it to somehow revive because T17 is killing it. But that is going to be it. Definitely worried about if we do a season 3. Well, the reason, if we were, this is one thing I do want to put out there. If we were to do a season 3, it would have to be before GTA 6, which I believe releases on November 17th. So the end date would have to be before that date, because yeah, I'm not fucking dealing with people post GTA 6 / holiday schedules, because fuck that. But anyways, that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I am done. I need to go to bed. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.